Jumana arrived in Baghdad when the self-proclaimed Islamic State began to sow terror throughout Iraq. During her time in the country, she has seen firsthand the unshakable faith of Iraqi Christians. There's a saying in Iraq, they throw stones at us and we throw bread at them. It means that they always return good for evil. And the truth is that I have been able to see it with my own eyes. The Iraqi Christian is a Christian. A Christian does not seek revenge on anyone. This is how they are. She's also seen the example of the missionary sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, who had to flee persecution from the jihadists in Mosul. Now they have returned to Baghdad to open a medical clinic that helps Muslims and Christians in a country where terrorism is an almost daily occurrence. Iraq is the country most affected by terrorism. In 2016 alone, 17,000 people died of terrorist attacks. In a city like Baghdad, every day there is an attack. One of the most terrible was in the Shiite district of Karada, where these sisters gave refuge to families in their school. Here last year, a car bomb killed 300 people in this mall. At the end of May in this year, another attack claimed by ISIS killed almost 20 people in an ice cream parlor. This group of Christians prayed a few days ago at the scene of the attack. They did it for peace and for their country, which has been immersed in an intermittent war since the late 1970s. Jihadism, war, and economic precariousness have led to the exodus of hundreds of thousands of Christians from this land, evangelized by Thomas the Apostle in the 1st century. It is estimated that in 2003, there were about 1 million Christians in Iraq. Today, there are no more than 200,000. A lady from the parish told me she had a total of 600 in her family. Now there are 3. But I am still optimistic because I've lived through the war in Lebanon, where many people also left, and then many have returned. Now that there is more peace and people, if they do not return, continue to help rebuild the country from their new country. Just as Jumana is doing, the Fundación Promoción Social de la Cultura, an NGO that has been providing support in the Middle East since 1987, is providing special strength now with the 2 ongoing crises in Syria and Iraq. They do so by helping persecuted Christians in places like the Virgin Mary camp in Baghdad, or those victims of the Syrian war in places like Zatari in Jordan, one of the largest refugee camps in the world.